So I want this to be recorded. Okay.
I'm recording.
Okay. Because I want to tell you guys what was working tremendously for me with my ads. Now, things took a turn because of the hurricane, okay? But that's not anything that anybody can control. But that nobody, I mean, that doesn't matter. Let me tell you exactly the strategy that was working like gold for me, literally. And then I want to tell you guys what I started off saying that I wanted to share with you before we ran out of time, that I don't have the data back, so I can't say that it's, tested and true, but I can tell you what was working, okay? When I made the decision to start targeting Texas, because I'm in Texas, and I'm only stating that, you guys know it, I'm stating this because we're recording it, and we'll put it in the training video. But so I live in Texas. My marketing and targeting strategy was to target Texas because, one, people can identify with the fact that I'm somewhat local. I live in Texas. And the whole overview principle behind this whole entire marketing strategy was congruency, okay? And I'm a big reverse engineer everything. So I live in Texas, obviously. My video specifically stated, my name is so-and-so, I'm coming to you from Houston, Texas, kind of deal. So initially, I made that clear right off the bat within the first 10 seconds, okay? And then I went on and on about, what my video was about. But in my copy, the very first line that people can see, it stated in there something about, me being from Texas, okay? Follow me here. Now, the headline, because when you create a dark post, we create the headline. The headline said, at that point, what was working for me, it said, learn how I created my own personal economy in Texas. So I stated the word Texas. In my video, I said I was from Texas. The first line of my copy said something about Texas. And then when I created my ad, I targeted Texas. Okay. And my results, goodness, Lord, sorry, something's popping up about recording the other one. My leads were consistent. My costs per lead were low. The feedback I got from the leads that I received, people connected to me because, I was local and all that great stuff. Things took a turn because of the hurricane, and just a lot of things changed. But the whole idea, strategy, and principle behind that was every single thing about my ad, my headline, my video, my copy, everything was congruent. Which means if you want to identify a marketing niche, a niche, whether it's a location or it's a gender or it's an interest or whatever it is, and you want to create your ad, your video, and your copy, and your headline, and everything all around that idea or that interest, that concept, whatever it is, the congruency, let me tell you, paid off tenfold. My relevancy score was a 10 across the board. There's a lot to be said for that strategy. It doesn't have to be, I'm from a certain location and everything matches up. But if you follow that strategy and you can get in your mind what your ideal target would like it to be, and then you create your video around that. It goes back to identifying who your avatar is, who you want to connect with, who you want on your team, who you want to do business with. And then you create your video or your ad all around that. Congruency was the thing that literally it was just easy. Smooth, easy, streamlined, just, I don't know how else to explain it. I had never experienced anything like it.
I have to say, judging by the amount of buyers that you get, Lee, like, it's gold. That's gold nugget. Like, I was just talking to Steve. Steven's at my house right now. We were working on some new video ads that we went out and shot, and now I wish now I'm like, okay, well, Steve, we need to go back to that lake and we need to say, hey, Edmonton, how is it going? You know what I mean?
Right. Yes. Yeah. So something like that. And then you create, okay. So you create your message, your positioning around, being at the lake, and everything is, it's streamlined, it's congruent, it's laser focused. Because here's the reality. I mean, we're looking at 2.2 billion people on Facebook every single day. That's a gigantic, huge ocean to try to find and attract the people to our ads. But if we can get clear on maybe just trying to, capitalize on a certain segment, I'm telling you, that is, and on top of that, that helps Facebook and their algorithm figure out who the hell to put your ad in front of, to be quite honest. But the tricky part is, got to find the quality people that are in that area, that niche that you're looking for. Yeah. If that makes sense.
Yep, it makes perfect sense to me.
Can I ask a quick question?
Yeah, go for it.
Just when you're talking audience size and say Edmonton or Texas and that stuff, I know in the video was like 1.5, 1.6 million. On a $5 budget to try and find that niche, to find that right amount of people or the right type of people, where should a person be? 1.5 or 800,000, or any recommendations?
Me, myself, I do not even pay attention to that anymore. I at least want to be over 300,000.
Okay, that's good.
I don't pay attention to the potential reach anymore. I was like, it depends. Like, especially for me, if I'm looking for, like, if I'm testing a target and I'm trying to figure it out, it's easier to figure out on a smaller pond, smaller group. But if your ad takes off like a bat out of hell right away and you got a potential reach that's very low, well, then the ad's only going to last so long, right? But yeah, that's me, right? I'm not sure.
And that's where
yours is a little higher.
And that's where you would duplicate it and increase your budget, and go from there, right?
What do you mean exactly?
Like if you find your ads taking off and going, then that's where you're gonna duplicate at the ad set level, increase your budget so you get on that same train, hopefully, and with that ad that that's working.
I'm gonna duplicate if I have an ad and say I targeted Edmonton with 600,000 reach and it starts taking off, I'm going to duplicate at the campaign level.
Oh, yeah, campaign, sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
And so Dave, to address what you just said, because in the training videos, I talk about the sweet spot being 2.1 to 2.3 million. So that confuses people because you're looking at two different strategies. But the difference in what I talk about in the training videos and what we're talking about right here is, so Curtis is talking about, let's say targeting Edmonton as opposed to targeting the U.S. or Texas. Texas alone, you can hit 2.3 million. So you also have to look at the area, the geographical area that you're targeting and what the potential reach is. 2.3 used to, everything changes, always be the sweet spot. But 2.3 million is not going to be the sweet spot if you're only targeting Edmonton.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, right?
That makes sense?
Yeah, there's a lot less people in Edmonton.
Yeah.
Than in Texas. So.
Thank you.
Anybody else before I throw out this one last thing? Anybody good? Okay.
It's my birthday tomorrow. Woo!
Your birthday?
Happy birthday, Curtis.
Tomorrow's my birthday.
Oh, happy birthday, Curtis.
I'm waiting for Noel to get his butt over here.
Oh, that's awesome. I love it.
Happy birthday.
Leanne,
Yes.
Get your drink
can I
on.
ask
Get your
something?
drink on.
Yes.
Okay, let's say you're targeting Canada,
Okay.
but you're from Ohio. I've always wondered, should I say, hi, I'm Debbie, I'm from Ohio, if I'm targeting Canada? Should I just leave out that period and not even mention where I'm from?
That is a really good question. In my opinion, if your goal is with that video that you're going to use in an ad and you want to target Canada with that video, I wouldn't state that you're from Ohio. I wouldn't. And let me
See,
tell
that's
you,
what my heart felt like, but then like some of the training things that we've had, that's usually how we start them off.
right.
And so it's like, I don't know, I didn't do it with the first one, and I'm getting ready to do another one, and it's like, okay, I kind of was on the fence, so I wanted to kind of double check and kind of feel out what other people thought about that.
And let me tell you why I say that. Okay, so you make a video, let's say you leave out the Ohio, and you want to target Canada. If you include the Ohio, then in a way people from Canada, it's a different, it's not as congruent, which that doesn't really matter, but the goal is to optimize every single step and move you make in your business. That Ohio and Canada, that would not be optimizing your video and your time. But here's what I want you guys to hear, whether you're from the US or you're from Canada, okay? I'm all about leverage, right? Keep in mind that the leads that opt into your funnel that come to the workshop, they see a mass amount of people that are from Canada. They see a smaller amount of number of people that are from the US. So if you're targeting Canada, you want them to come to the workshop and you want to leverage everybody that's from Canada. You don't want to limit somebody that might be attracted to your ad, but doesn't feel like they're, in the right place because they're not from Canada. Doesn't matter. Like you want, if you were to say I'm from Ohio, but you're targeting Canada, in my opinion, I feel like you'd be losing a lot of people that could connect.
Yeah, I don't like even when I hear you say it, I don't like that.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I guess trying to confirm what I felt in my heart when I was doing it.
Exactly. So you make just a general video, but here's what you can do. And this is what I just did. And it was so random, but this is what I just did. I So I have a specific video that I created only for my Canada targets. I'm obviously from Texas, but I don't say I'm from Texas. I don't say I'm from the US. I don't say anything at all. But I leverage the fact, okay, hear me on this. This is good verbiage. I leverage the fact that the co-creators of this online 90% marketing system are from Canada. You know, they
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Penthouse, and now they're living on Main Island. The co-creators, blah 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 blah. You leverage Mike and Darren, okay, in your video. If you're creating a video that is you're hoping to target Canada people, but yet you're not from Canada.
Yeah, because I have one ad that's in the States, because I feel kind of like you do. You know, I'm from the States, and I understand that things are different with the States, but I still want to support them. And, you know, so I am targeting, you know, a couple states that I truly love.
Yeah.
But then I also have one ad going in that is Canada also. And I will say that, I mean, as in leads, I'm not getting any buyers, and I don't know what's up with that. But as in leads, I'm getting anywhere from 5 to 3 a day.
That's excellent.
How long?
And that's on the states. That's the state one.
How long have you been doing this now, Debbie? Like running?
That one, Curtis, has been running for about 4 weeks.
So yeah, but how long have you been doing this for? How long have you been running ads for?
These ads, they've been, the state one's been for 4 weeks. Canada has been probably 3 weeks.
Okay. So you just started out. So some of these people, like, they're probably following you and they're watching what you're putting on your page. If any of them have added you as a friend, they're looking at your personal page. Like, people will follow you and they are waiting for what they need to see that basically sparks that, oh, okay, now I've seen what I need to see. I want it, right?
Yeah, and I have been doing a little bit more go lives in between my jobs, Curtis. I know me and you have talked about different things like that, and I have been trying to do a little bit more of the go lives and kind of being more present on my page, not just doing quotes and things like that, so people that are following me can get a little bit better, I guess, evaluation of me.
Yeah, no, I've been seeing some of the stuff you're posting. It's great. You're posting, like, you know, you got your dogs hanging around and you're like taking pictures of around your house. Like, you know, you're kind of letting people get to know you, which is what I think people need to get to know who you are.
Yeah.
And you got to get them to like you by sharing some valuable content with them. And then hopefully you're gaining their trust, right? And then after you've done those, then, you know, try to reel them in, right?
Okay. I just wanted to see if I mean, I don't want to take up, you know, I want other people to be able to ask questions. But that's one thing that when she brought that up about, you know, she says, I'm from Texas, that I was like, well, I really want to ask that question because that was one thing that was weighing on my mind. And she confirmed what my heart was telling me. So.
Yeah, she's targeting Texas, right? So
right.
For her, like she said, being congruent really helps with her ads, right? So for you, maybe try saying, I don't know, say Canada. Don't tell them where you're from. Just say, hey, Canada, or, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, are you running a video ad?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's both of them are video ads, Curtis, the state one and the Canada one.
Sorry, guys, I had to put mute because my kid is screaming. Can you hear that?
Oh yeah.
I hear that, precious baby.
Okay, so
Late bedtime.
I don't want to keep, everybody here forever and ever. But I really want to share this with you guys. Did you guys resolve that, finish that conversation? I don't want to interrupt.
Debbie?
I don't know if it's okay. Sorry. Just had a quick question. Since I'm French and from Montreal, but I live in Calgary, I was wondering if it's something I could do, like talking about where I'm from and targeting a little bit of Montreal people, more of the English side, but because I understand that they need to understand you guys. It's one of the biggest part of it all. And that was just something I was wondering if I could ask that, or say that on my ads when I'll be ready, because I obviously don't have my ID number yet. But I was wondering if I could say that, like a hey Canada or hey Montreal, here's what I did with my life. I moved from Montreal to go to Calgary because it was a way for me to live a more free life and being closer to nature and something like that. Would that something be good, you think?
Yeah, I don't see why not.
Yeah, I don't see why not. Was your concern about whether they were going to be able to understand the English webinar, or?
Well, yeah, it's not everybody out there understand English. That's a sad part, but I mean, I'm sure that if I target Montreal, I will get the people that do speak English. But that was one of my concern. If I say where I'm from, and then I want to target Calgary, obviously too, and that's one of my plans.
Yeah, and remember, like I said a little bit earlier, so your whole goal with your ads, what you're doing is you're presenting the business opportunity, the lifestyle that you're either working on creating or that you have, and you're literally directing people to the webinar, and then you just leave it alone. Let the system work for you. Let us present for all your leads. Let us handle everything. So if there are people that are attracted to you and what you're saying in your ads, then it doesn't matter where they come from.
Well, thank you. And one last question is, on my go live, since I play some music, would it be fine, like to do like one song on a go live or something like that? You think it would make up for?
No, you can play music all you want on a go live as long as it's not copyrighted, because Facebook will they won't.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. I create my own stuff with my friend, and what I just do is I think it would be nice to show a little bit of what I do too.
Yeah. Okay. So Alex, I'm going to say something to you that is relevant to every single person here. What you're talking about, Alex, is branding yourself and who you are, and wanting to play music on a go live and just be individual, just like Becky Sue. Nobody can be a Becky Sue. Nobody can be anybody else. So what you're talking about is branding yourself as an online marketer. So yes,
anybody can be a Becky Sue, Lee. Just
nobody can be a Becky Sue. Girl.
Yeah, y'all can be Becky Sue. You just got to. You can. Yes, you can.
Okay.
You're fine. Thank you.
Oh, you're so welcome. Okay, let me wrap this up. Seriously, I need to wrap this up for everybody. But I want to share this with you guys. All right, so let's get to the point. This has to do with, all right, I need you guys to kind of follow me, think with me here. So Facebook obviously has all these, these algorithms that control our ads and who sees our ads, when they see them, and all that good stuff, right? And some of this, what I'm about to say, may be brand new to people, and if it is, I apologize, but it will come together. So every single one of us has a Facebook profile, right? A Facebook profile. Not our Facebook page, but we have our Facebook profile, which is where our Facebook business page generates from. We have a profile. We create our Facebook business page from that profile, right? Fast forward, when we create ads, we have to represent a business page in our ads. So our ads are linked to our page that are ultimately linked to our profile. Okay. Following that whole scenario, what is always, and has always been happening behind the scenes with Facebook is with their algorithms, they're watching, recording, taking every single stat of every single move we make on our own personal Facebook profile. The articles we like, the things that we share, the things that we love, the things we don't love, any and every engagement that we personally participate in on our Facebook profile, that data is literally recorded, and the best way to describe it is like uploaded into their algorithms. That is who we are. That's what we like. That's just our interest into the algorithm. And I'm using my hands because that's the only way I know to communicate. And from our profile, we create our business page, right? And then we create our ads. When we get to our ads and we're creating our ads, one thing, so sorry. I need to tell these people, you should be on the Zoom pop-up call. When we get to the point where we're creating our ads, remember, we're in Ads Manager or Power Editor or whatever, same thing, but we're always, having to claim a business page that represents this ad we're about to create. But when you look back, you've got the ad, but we are our business page, but our business page comes from our profile that represents who we are. And I don't know if it's still this way, because like I said, I don't have all the data back, but it was always, always, always recommended to target people that are like you, that have similar interests, that like the same things, that do the same things, that work in the same places, that go to the same places, all of it. And when you really look at it, they have our stuff. They know who we are. And if we target who we are, similar interests, how easy it is for the algorithm to match up in a much faster, more efficient way. Does that make sense to you guys? Or did I just speak a foreign language?
No, that's basically, well, I mean, you know me when I started, Lee, so, and I've always done that, right? I've always targeted people I can relate to. So basically when I started, it was like, who's your target? I'm like, I don't know. Well, target yourself. Find you out there. And that's what I did when I first started. And it was so easy to talk to people because there was like so many people related to my story. They were already like, they'd tell me, they're like, I totally can relate to you. Your story is identical to mine. Boom. Ice is broken. We already got common ground. It's like so easy from there. I've been trying to venture out of targeting me a little bit, and it's a lot tougher. So, it's totally makes sense.
Yeah, and it's, we've always been taught and told to target yourself, but I encourage you guys to take a step further and target where have you been on Facebook? What likes have you clicked on? And you can look at your own profile and you can literally see what pages have you liked, what interest have you shown interest in, because that's the data. And I'm talking technical stuff and data and algorithms. So this is a little bit advanced, but I'm talking about not just marketing, targeting people like yourself. I'm talking about following the path that Facebook follows. I'm talking about a backdoor hack. Look at what you have liked. Look at what you've shared. Looked at what you've shown interest in. Those are key primary targets when you create your ads because it matches up. That was probably a lot, but are some of you guys kind of getting that?
I love it a whole lot.
Okay. Okay, cool. All right, I see you guys over in the chat. I don't know why it took me forever to figure out we had a chat over here, but we have a chat over here. So
would it be good to go and like some things that we are targeting now?
That's the other thing is, yes, Brad, I would. So I'd go like things you're targeting now. But here's the other thing is Facebook also looks at how, this is the crazy thing is, they look at how active we are on Facebook. If we're liking things, if we're liking each other's stuff, if we are engaged, every single thing we do on Facebook, they're looking at it, and we have like this organic rating. If we're active, we're in weird, better standard. We're good. We're good with Facebook. And here's the thing with Facebook. There are so many people that are getting on there trying to advertise and do this and do that and all that stuff that they've had to streamline things. They've had to change things to optimize, obviously their business, but to streamline everything. And I'm not saying what I'm talking about is going to be like some kind of, magical trick, but it's absolutely something to consider, think about. Be active on your Facebook profile. Not saying that you have to go out there and, promote your business, but just if you like other people's posts, it doesn't matter what it is, just be engaged. If you're an engaged Facebook profile person, that is tied to your business page. And then obviously you want to be engaged on your business page. And that's a whole nother mastermind I wish I could do for you guys. That's a whole nother thing I want you guys to start doing, but another time. But if you think about it, everything is linked to your ad.
To who we are.
Yeah, everything.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, when I first started, I was like, oh my God, all my pictures on my Facebook is party pictures. And then one day I'm like, I don't want to hide this anymore. I want my friends to be on my team and stop signing up on other people's teams. So I started knowing that I was going to integrate everything together at one time. So I started posting motivational stuff and pictures of me doing different things. So that really helped me because people can go back and they can see from the date I started to now the change, right? And yeah, so it's
Can I speak on that for a second really quickly, Lee? Just really quickly. So a lot of you guys know that I've been a business owner since mid-February. As of recently, I'd say even within the past couple of weeks, I have people reaching out to me that have been on my business page for months and haven't said a word. And all of a sudden now they're messaging me and they're like, hey, you've been on here. I've been watching you, and they will come. I promise you, they will come, and they'll come out of the woodwork, out of nowhere. So when you're, especially with your business page, I found this to be true for me, especially. When you're going along and you're seasoning your page, as Leanne talks about in the training and everything, as you're going, people are watching. They are watching, and they will come. Eventually, they will come.
Becky Sue is so right. And that's what, oh my gosh, I wish we had more time and I could share with you guys so many other things about what you can do with your business page, because we don't, and I have not been utilizing mine to the best of my ability lately, but so let Curtis and Becky Sue, let's acknowledge this. When Becky Sue and Curtis had the Curtis and Becky show, what happened? Talk about that. This is important.
Well, we got some people on our team now that started watching our show that are now on our team.
Many people.
A lot of people. Like we helped to brighten people's day up, and we also tried to help change their lives, right? So.
But okay, sorry, but you guys did a lot more than that. So
Yeah,
I'm not sure why he's not getting.
Yeah, like getting up at the crack of dawn, like 4 a.m.
Yeah.
and doing it.
We were doing like our own little book study, doing book reviews, I guess, talking about
every morning at 6 a.m. And what Curtis is not saying is, once they stopped doing their little morning show, is people were asking, where's Curtis and Becky Sue show?
Curtis, I still to this
They
day,
ticked us off.
yeah, they keep asking me, like, where's the morning show? What happened?
What happened?
What
and
happened?
that was a perfect example of them branding themselves. And I'll tell you what, doing that on your business page, whether anybody shows up or they don't show up, Facebook sees it. And when Facebook sees that streaming live activity, they put your page in front of people. And that's why I could go into a whole nother training about what you can do for your page, but we don't have time. I don't want to keep everybody here forever. But
So, Leanne, you're saying it's good to be in people's faces.
it is important to stay active on your page, especially if you can do video, go lives. I went through a period of time where I did I don't have the book with me, but it was like 14 days of what successful people do, blah blah blah. And every single day when I was in the car ride line picking up my daughter, I just did a quick, like, 5-minute little blurb about what successful people do. I mean, it was just like a laid back thing I did in the car ride line, 5 minutes every single day. That's it. No, not talking about the workshop, not pressuring anybody, but I was present on my page. And when Facebook sees video, you're on your page, they recognize video. But yes, you want to be in front of people. And what's going to happen is you're going to feel like you're on your business page and that nobody's there, nobody's watching, or maybe 1 or 2 people, nobody's listening, and then you get discouraged and blah, blah, blah. But if you stick with it, then you'll have 1 or 2 that pop up. And there's other techniques that I wish I could talk about, but I can't. I don't have time. Where you can attract quality people that saw your ad to your page so they can start seeing your go lives, your videos. Then you're leveraging your page, and you're literally fertilizing your page. That's what I call it, fertilizing your page and growing your business organically. So much more I could talk about on that, but yes, stay active on your page.
But it's also important to try to share value with people. Like, don't just get on and be like, then like done, go live's done, okay? Because
No, Curtis. Yeah, Curtis is right. Like, share value. It's about sharing value. That's why I did the whole 14 secrets to success or whatever. Like, you're sharing value. I'll say this, and then I'll just be quiet, and then if you're good with this, Curtis, we can wrap this up so everybody can go do what they need to do. But when you're on your page or your Facebook profile, or whenever you're out and about, just kind of being who you are and starting to brand yourself, the best thing you can do for yourself, for your business, for relationships, trust, anything with any potential leads or people that don't even know they're potential leads, for anybody, all you're doing is literally sharing value or sharing a part of who you are, being genuine, being authentic. Like I think Tina, you were on my video last night that was so random when I just like ran out there and started videoing the sunset. That was just like that was, you know, from my heart. But it's things like that. So people, because we are real people, and we have to remember what we have to offer people is a business opportunity with, wow, thousands, tens, now hundreds of thousands of dollars behind their business to back them. But what we really have to offer is a different way of life. And by being an example of an authentic, genuine, real example, nothing fake, of just who we are, that's what people connect to. They connect to real people. And when I saw the sunset, that literally took my breath away because of all the craziness that's been happening in the world. And sharing things like that with just my Facebook, whoever's on my Facebook, that kind of a video has, I'm telling you, has like attracted, not that specific video, but that kind of a thing. I've had so many people come to me just from my Facebook, people that are friends on Facebook, that want to know what I'm doing. They want to know what I'm doing because, well, life is different, and I'm different. I'm happier, and I'm not selling something. It's not like that. It's about lifestyle marketing where you get on there and you're offering people value. And I do that as much as I can. And the things it's just kind of my niche. I like to touch on are motivational things. It's inspirational, transformational life experiences. And that's just me, but everybody's different. And that's the key. Everybody's different. Because remember, you are branding yourself. Nobody else can be you. Nobody else can be Becky Sue. Nobody else can be Tina. Nobody else can be Mark. Nobody else can be, Elaine, Mark. I mean, my goodness. Nobody else
is awesome. Nobody could ever be the legendary Elaine.
Nobody could be Elaine. Nobody can be Laura. Nobody can be anybody here. And that's what's beautiful. But you have to own it and step up and get out of your comfort zone and allow people to see who you are. That's when, and I'll stop after this, that's when people out in the real world connect with who you are. They begin to understand that they can maybe know you, maybe they can trust you, they relate to you, and then they reach out to you. And then you can talk about what you have going on. But you got to be you. Oh, look, and I see Karen over here. Nobody can be Karen and Chris. Goodness, nobody can be Terry and Ella. Nobody can be Shauna. Sorry, I'm trying to look and see who like all of you guys are absolutely so freaking amazing and unique in your own way. And that's what you should and get to step into, to own it, to exhibit, and then attract it. Because what we do is lifestyle marketing, which translates into we have a business opportunity that's online to help you live that life that you so badly desire. Not that I meant to give a speech, but I feel like I should. Anyway, we got to wrap this up.
That was deep. That was deep.
Was that deep? I didn't mean to get deep, guys.
I just want to, Leanne, if you want to see a sunset, you need to get out here in the sticks where it's so flat you can see the back of your head.
Then I'm coming. I'll be there, Brad. So anyway, wow. I am so happy that you guys showed up. I mean, this was such a random and spontaneous thing. Pop-up masterminds are something that kind of were a thing of the past. Curtis used to do a
This
bunch
is good.
of them.
I used to do them all the time.
Do what?
I used to do them all the time.
Yeah, you just do them all the time. And, and what it really is, you know what? Whoever's around and can jump on, they jump on. And we just kind of do this. I mean, it doesn't necessarily last this long, but it did. But whoever could be here, great. And we get to learn. We get to learn and hear from different people, although it was more Curtis and I speaking. So next time, maybe everybody can kind of interact a little bit more. So
I was a little late because I had to do my hair, but I got on.
I love it. Well,
What did I miss?
you did a fine job, Brad.
What's up, Darren?
Did I miss some good stuff?
Yeah, evidently you missed it all.
I just came on to say
Hi,
hi.
Darren. Hi, Darren.
Hey, everybody.
All right, so Curtis.
Yes.
All right. So when you end the meeting, you need to end the meeting and make sure that you upload it correctly so it will it'll record. You follow me?
Yeah, I've recorded a couple.
Okay.
I'll put it on YouTube.
Okay. Yeah. All right, guys.
All right,
We'll
everybody.
see you guys. Good night.
Night.
Everybody.
Bye.
Good night.
Good night.